Carissa. We're doing a personal Rorschach reading, so I want to thank you for joining me. Have a seat, and if you would like to take a snapshot of your ink blot that was made in your name and energy, and then I'm going to get into it if we don't mind. I'm going to wait on the scrolls. Okay, Chris, I've done the ink blot oracle, so I scried a digital ink blot of your business name, and now we're going raw, so I'm kind of excited if you don't mind. And I look forward to sharing what I see, sense, and feel, and I'm going to add on some oracle cards along the way. Carissa. So there is a green guardian. Okay. It's like they're coming out of the, no, it's not the shadows, it's the swamp thing. There's a swamp thing. Interesting. Just above your brows. Okay, that's awkward. I'm going to try and get it with my toe. I apologize if the mic is going muffy. Okay. Phenomenon. Be still and listen to the spirits. I feel like I kind of want to go two ways about this. One is that there's creatures kind of coming out of the spiritual swamp or the empathic swamp or the second sight swamp that are gravitating towards you. Now, this might be in regards to a calling. Or maybe this is what you do already to some degree or another, because you're not afraid. You're not afraid of the dark swamp, and you're not afraid of the smoky mist and the different kind of creatures that may exist in there. But that's not to say, okay, so I'm getting the impression that you already do this spiritual swamp thing. It's its very own ecosystem, and not everyone is willing to go there. Because there's also, excuse me, some seriously mystical creatures that exist there, specifically because of the bravery required to go there. As I'm adding on solitude, alone but not lonely, and translucence love the darkness, right? This is that whole swamp feel thing. Euphoria is on the bottom, but I feel like you cultivate that on your own, in your own essence. 33 master number, 31 coming into a 4, stability, 25 to 7. Okay. I feel like you have earthly goddess eyes. Like you see compassionately. Okay, you have rose-colored glasses, but your pupils are very clear, right? So some people might say, oh, well, they wear rose-colored glasses, like they're just so positive, or this, that, or the other. You're just wearing rose-colored glasses because you like the rose-colored glasses and you prefer to frame the frequencies you interact with and the way you see, sense, and feel things. But make no mistake, your pupils are still very clearly green of the reality. I need my contemplation. Others may have see you and are envious, like green with envy. And I'm seeing, like, you know. There is a ropey thing, or I'm not even sure of the word. A water slide? Lasso. It's a lasso but it also feels like water slidey. So I'm not, maybe you can use it in regards to emotional stuff. There's a man in your life or around you, could be in spirit, who is like your creative muse of some sort. But they're pretty quiet, pretty quiet. If not in this lifetime, perhaps in another, they were an indigenous incarnation. So there's a very particular wisdom, understanding. Again, I don't think it's spoken of much. You guys met before in that past life. Ooh, something about a turkey. Maybe Thanksgiving is coming through. Hold on, I'm gonna let my cat out. One moment. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Sorry. My kitty cat needed to go out. Something about a turkey. Maybe Thanksgiving is a particular time for you. I want to say, like, I'm not sure if you eat meat, but I don't think that's the point, but there's just something about the turkey in general. And it could just be like its symbolic meaning of really being grateful, really being grateful. I'm going to wander down here a little bit. I'm in here, sorry. I should probably, like, it's where I see, like, the turkeys. Turkey talkers. I feel like also a lot of people just like to talk like turkeys. Not towards you. You actually don't even hear them. Like, you know it happens, but they're just turkey talkers. That's how I hear it. That's how I hear it. There's new footsteps being had somewhere, and Thanksgiving could be a threshold for this. Like taking footsteps somewhere else. Towards something else, like, or maybe it's adding on or doing something a little differently or quietly, or where you might feel small, or returning to a student space. Again, revisiting the student space. The master within you enjoys being a student, keeps it healthy. There is some really cool looking caterpillar, unicorn, centipede things. I will show you down here. Sorry with the light. One of them, they're very, very playful. And it's like one of them is working, like has the sticky, branchy lasso, calling things in. Like, it's my turn now. I get to call things in. And then it'll go back to them. Okay. Well, now it's my turn. It's my turn to call things in. That's how it feels, like this really, really playful stance. Sorry. I feel like this reading has just been all about interruptions. But you know what? It's all good. It's all good. I'm not going to let it hinder. I have flipped it here to win it. There was a rat in something. It got beheaded. So I don't know what it was in regards to. It is in the like higher round cloud. So I don't know if this rat or mouse tried to, you know how they say like they'll gnaw at cords and stuff like that. I feel like they tried to do that, like to incept upon your higher self hierarchy. But instead, it was like a built-in trap of sorts, and the very cord that they were trying to gnaw whoosh, wrapped around them. Reminds me of that game Mousetrap. Okay, I got lots going on here. Let's see. So, new chapter. That really reminds me of those little footprinty things. Quiet strength. And persuasion. That peacock reminds me of the turkey. Okay, illusion. I'm going to put those up here. Rebirth. I think I put that upside down. And harmony. Thank you. There's that 33 again. I feel like you know this, but even the most proficient professors and masters still can appreciate help, right? To receive. You understand that. This new chapter, it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm closing this one and opening this one. No, it doesn't feel so to me, even though it might be expressed that way, or it might be a subject matter or a topic that typically is done in this close the book, off I go. This just feels like whatever that expression is, it's an opportunity for you to go, oh, okay. So I'm going to use this as a, a Phoenix chapter, and I'm going to be grateful for what was and any illusions that may or may not been, but I get it, because I'm going to just keep on being on the camel for longevity. You're looking for longevity, quiet strength. Coming back to your ink blot. There's that way different version. This is like a big caterpillar. I think you hold space for others to caterpillar themselves. To transform, to cocoon. Oh, larva. Okay, something about larva. You can hold space or ceremony for larva to come into a different way of living or inspire them. Ooh, if you want to come in here with me. So I see this is like the earth and this is going down. It reminds me of that rebirth. Like a rebirth baptism. It's like I can see you dipping people in the earth. Like you would for a water baptism. And maybe it is with water. I don't know. It's just how I'm seeing it. Like a shamanic dip. A phoenix rebirth. So they can become their own master of illusions. And 3366. Like a double down. Right? Like double dip while you're there. You might as well get her done. But feel the support and the quiet strength as these others come around. And you, like the peacock and the turkey, can provide safety and illumination when they or yourself are in such darkness, when they are in solitude with quiet strength, when they are cultivating a phoenix and phenomenal moment and require a new chapter, craving a new chapter. Interesting. A lot of this is about what you do for other people, but it says something about your character. And there's many characters. A rocking chair, or like the actual part of a rocking chair that rocks. Something about soothing, self-soothing. But what do we have going on for Carissa in regards to, oh, I'm really being drawn to the shaman. So I feel like that you are very understanding of what it is that you do for others, and it might be slightly changing. Oh, okay. Or evolving as you evolve, never holding on to something from the past that no longer serves you. You're very honest about that. So it's reflective. It's reflective of what you go through and offer it to others, to hold space for them, to have this space, to do such. Something about space, like maybe, I don't know, time and space. Ancestor of boundaries is coming through. Dancer of frustration. Okay, okay. And dancer of promise. Okay, on the bottom is ancestor of memory. Okay, so this is kind of what I was feeling, like there's something hidden behind the veil. And of course, resonate, receive, or release freely. You have this understanding of, and I'm going to say purpose, but I'm not even sure that it needs that power. It's just simply one part of a purpose. Better boundaries is probably a blatant way of saying it, is to have better boundaries with light, like a mote of light. Same with the peacock. Make that promise to yourself and hold it. Because even in the strength of a boundary, of say it being so dense and concrete that nothing can get through, right? But if the boundary is held with some air holes, the wind can't knock it down, but it can still let through the most highest caliber, so you can still receive from outside of yourself type thing. Something has been frustrating you. I think it's in regards to these boundaries, and I actually think people have been busting your boundaries. They promised to adhere to them. They made promises. Yes, I hear you. I respect you, Carissa. I hear you. Good for you, girl. And then they break them. They're like, no, but those apply to everyone else, right? But not me. Promise breakers. Tick you off. That's what that feels like tick you off. And you remember. And these folks may think that they're part of some sort of tribe of yours, and they could be in one aspect, but I'm not sure they understand that there's multiple aspects of this. Oh, sorry, I made a little giggle because the hunter of death and the spirit of destruction was there. And then right underneath that is the journeyer, which is you. So you are going through what feels like a Shiva thing, destroying and destruction, because you understand the value of, life and death, destroy to create. And to create better boundaries, maybe for yourself, or modes of communicating them. For Carissa, please. you're kind of destroying other things. Eight of Swords, right? It's almost, I feel like a preservation mode has come in. So you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. But there's still a part of you, even amongst knowing, okay, well, I'm going to, you know, close off or rejuvenate, do this, that, or the other to preserve a part of myself. You also feel the effects. Like right at the bridge of your nose, I'm seeing it in your ink blot, like right at the bridge of your nose, you still feel the effects though of even having to do that on a very, it like hurts a part of your light to have to close off to preserve. You're like, it's okay. We'll be able to, you know, share or do things again and play with the people of the planet, and it's okay. But the adult side of you is like, you need to come in. You know, the street lights have come on. You need to preserve your safety, so you're in some sort of lockdown. It's emotionally oriented, ethereal oriented. But you've been here before, so you know it. It's not uncomfortable for you. You're quite comfortable. You're like, yeah, I've been here before. You're up to your nose, that nose bridge thing again, right? He's up to his nose, and in your ink blot, there's two little dots there that brought me to the nose, the bridge of your nose. And I could hear like an inside saying, like, I've had it up to here with you people. But you have such a care and compassion to help people, but there's always the few or something along that lines. I'm not looking to blame anyone. I'm just trying to express how it feels from this point of view. It's a lot because one person, death again, one person is not just one person. One person is like their whole, okay, just like the death card. I don't know if you can see this with the light I got going on with my door. Okay, so there's a person here. And through this person, there's a whole map of stuff around them through their auric body, their emotional body, their ethereal body, their scars. And all of that is beautiful. It's the makeup of the man. But I'm not sure everyone realizes when you are in the presence or connecting to Carissa, and you are one of many, it can be very overwhelming. But again, you've been here before, and you're like, I can see like I got a comfy chair set up, I got my snacks, and I got my little fishies, and I got the skull, and I'm good. I'm good when I'm here. And when you come out, you'll be like, okay, and I'm out again. I'd like to play in the sand with everybody. Because I had to preserve myself, so I had to, you know, close off and cage off because you boundary breakers frustrate me. And I love the Phoenix rebirthing, and I love it all. And if it's not something you're doing for other people, it's for yourself because of the rat creature in there. And you have so much, you know, creativity around you. There's something bowing in there as well. Bowing. I think it's peace, creative peace. I'm not sure if you've put a creative pressure on yourself. Or you've created something you're very protective of, or somebody's very protective of you. Because of what you've created. And when you kind of get into these moments or moods, it's tough for them to, well, they kind of come into play in their power, right? They're like, this is where I come in. But I still feel like there's part of this whole thing, as much as it's a very classic tale of sorts, and it feels like a familiar fairy tale for you, I still get the sense that something, you would like to not do it. You would like to not do it. And there's still, okay, cultivating and creating. That's what that creative thing is. How do you still create it? But like you evolve at this rate and your boundaries evolve at this rate. And it's like, well, how do you get them all on the same page so that you're not being chased after? 5 of Wands. Sorry, I didn't even look at it. I was just assuming. All right, nope. All right, Carissa, I am going to start closing out here. Thank you so much for honoring me with your ink blot. And again, I'll pop it up here if anything stands out. If you want to email me, I will mail it to you in the mail and add on some insights for you. Let's see, closing out for Carissa. Pisces, I believe. Didn't even read it, but I'm assuming by what I can see in the picture, there's something about friends. Oh, 35, coming to the 8th, 11th house. You might be making more multi-dimensional friends, I believe. And Virgo, I analyze. This really feels like it's coming into that space of like the reborn, rebirth, the dipping in for that baptism of sorts. And again, I'm not getting stuck on any religious concept of it. It's just the spirit of, you know, a cleansing, and the Virgo being that very virgin. Whether this is something you do to help other people or how you're going to go about helping yourself. These all came in upside down. Because you're looking to increase, not just your fortune of, say, money, health, wealth, and happiness. This is about the medicine wheel of all that is in the current container of Carissa. And everyone has different parts in play, and you're very, very grateful, and that it works out. But at the core of it, there's something you really don't want that to be, to nourish that cycle. Even though it works out, it's working. For now. You know what I mean? All right, Carissa. Is there anything else? I want to add on one final last magic of you. It's how we started, and it's how we're going to close here with the ink blot. And if anything else last minute stands out, there's some sort of grandmother in spirit around you, or older woman, female energy, and possibly a child, girl, a girl spirit. And to close out, Carissa, we have it's time to lead, which comes into a 3. The number of the card was 21. Make peace with your past is on the bottom. This may have something to do with the grandmother and lineage stuff. The grandmother spirit would like to make peace about the past if there's something in the lineage. And though I feel like you've already been leading, and you're like, oh, no, this is about leading your own lineage moving forward, or your own line of sight. And I feel like there's something else to say about it, but maybe you already know, and I don't need to try and language legalese it. Like you kind of know there's this underlying something, but everything's working like clockwork. It's predictable, it's understandable, it's comfortable because it's uncomfortable. Like you already have your game plans for this. You know, contending with your turkey talkers and your rats, and somebody from your past life that I believe you're currently with, or is around you anyway in one shape or form. But yeah, and coming back to the Swamp Thing. So, all right. Thank you so much, Carissa. Like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to buy me a coffee. The link's down below, or donate at PayPal, or not, just be open to receive. And I hope this resonated. And if not, release freely. And I thank you so much for having a seat. And until next time, later.